Hi, it's Jeannette. I'm the digital content manager here at OpenClicksCash, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can create split tests with your email marketing campaigns inside of ONTRAPORT. But before I get started, I just want to say make sure you guys like this video, go ahead and share on all your social media platforms, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you get subscribed because every Wednesday and Friday we drop videos on how you can grow your business. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Now we're going to be talking about how to create split tests inside of ONTRAPORT, and for this example we're going to talk about split testing subject lines. So very first thing we're going to do, we're going to go over to ChatGPT and have them come up with some great subject lines for us to test out. Let's do it. Alright, so here we are inside of ChatGPT. I'm going to ask it to write out a few subject lines that we can choose from to run our split tests. Okay. I'm gonna put a business sales master class that will focus on paid social media ads. Make it 10 words or less. Use numbers and create a sense of urgency. All right, let's see what they come up with. Boost sales 3 times, master paid social ads in 1 class. Don't like that. Last chance, join our sales masterclass for killer ad strategies. That's okay. Limited seats, dominate sales with social ads expertise now. Supercharge your sales. I like that one. Learn the top 5 social ad hacks. 1 day left, elevate sales with pro social ad techniques. I actually like number 4 and number 2. I'm going to ask for 5 more just to see if there are any others that we can choose from. Build suspense and create a fear of missing out. Unlock sales secrets. Don't miss out. Exclusive social ad masterclass. Hurry, sales explosion awaits. Dive deep into social ad mastery. That's okay. Act fast. Your competitors are signing up for our masterclass. Final call. Skyrocket sales with insider social ad insights. I actually like that one. Limited time. Transform your sales game with social ad wizardry. Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going to choose number 4 from the first prompt output, and then I'm going to choose number 4 from the second one as well. So the first one is going to be supercharge your sales, learn top 5 social ad hacks. I'm going to add let me see if that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll be just enough because we want it to be 10 words or less. And then let's see, final call, skyrocket sales with insider social ad insights. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so I'll leave that one as is. All right, now let's get inside ONTRAPORT and test these out. All right, here we are back inside of ONTRAPORT, and the very first thing we're going to do is, of course, we're going to create the email. So I'm going to go up to the menu option for contacts here at the top, scroll down to messages and click there. And then I'll click on this orange button that says new message. We always choose the raw HTML email. And then I'm going to give this email a quick name before I get started. This one is going to be email A. And I'm just going to do social ads master class. All right, so of course you'll fill out all the information here at the top and then add in the first subject line. So I'm going to come back to ChatGPT, copy this, and paste it inside of ONTRAPORT. And of course, I'm going to remove the quotes here, and I'll just give a quick pre-header. Time is running out. And then we can go ahead and write the email. So another cool thing that we never talked about here is that ONTRAPORT does have an AI assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and click there just to come up with a quick email. And it's going to ask, what can we write for you? So I'm just going to move this window over to get it out of my way. Okay. I'm going to say, write a 300-word email promoting a business sales masterclass on February. I'm just gonna do 29th. I don't know why that came up in my mind. At 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Eastern. And oh, I forgot to add the emphasis on ads. So write a 300-word email promoting a business sales masterclass that will focus on social media ads. The event is okay in Chicago. I'm going to say address will be sent to you after you register. The reason I'm saying this is just to go ahead and move along the process. I don't want to think too hard about this. Okay. So let's see what it comes up with. It only takes them a few seconds. In my opinion, I've used this a couple times. It does work just as well as ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it to clipboard. Paste it here. I'm going to leave all of these blanks in here. I'm not going to fill that out. You understand. So actually, I should say first name. Okay. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to go ahead and correct all of these changes, but you get the idea. I think it's pretty cool that ONTRAPORT has this as an option. So I'm going to remove the subject line, right? Because we already have our subject. And I'm going to move this up. Remember to always wrap long lines and copy from HTML. Would you like to track the links? Yes. Of course, in this email, there would be a link to a registration page, but that's not what we're here to learn today. So I'm going to keep it moving. All right. So the email is in here. We have email A's subject line. And now I'm just going to copy this and add subject B email subject line, and then we'll be ready to go and build the automation. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I'll back out of this. All right, so there goes our email, okay? Now let's click here and make a copy. Click OK. And then I am going to change the subject line. Oh, I'm also going to change where it says email A. Up here, I'm going to add B, and then I'm going to remove this copy of. All right. So our second subject line was this one. I'm going to delete the quotes And you know what? Actually, in email A, I don't think I added the word the like I said I was. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and change that. But I just want to do it because I said I was going to do it. The tape was rolling. All right, so wrap long lines, copy from HTML. And I'm going to save this. And I'm going to back out. All right, so let me go back into this first one. Yep, here it goes. Learn top. I'm going to put learn the top. There we go. And I'm going to, whenever you make changes, you have to copy from HTML again. All right, so I just did that. I'm going to save. Okay, now we're all set and we can go ahead and build out the automation. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hover on contacts here at the top, scroll down to automations and click there. And then we'll click on this button that says new automation. Once we're inside here, we're going to start from scratch. And I will go ahead and give this automation a name. So let's see. All right. And of course, as you know from my last video, the trigger that comes with every automation map is the one where it's asking us, what do we do if someone is added to this map manually? In this case, for this example today, I am going to add all the contacts manually. So that means that I won't need any other triggers. But if you were to build a map like this and you wanted your promotion to start on a certain day, something like that, and you want to, build it in advance, or you just want to be able to set it and forget it, you would use a trigger, and you could use a trigger for today's date is, you would select the date, and then that trigger would activate when the date comes. Also, it could be, form is filled out, and, it could take those who are opting into one of your, either your freebies or, something that you're offering, and then they get a split test, however you want the split test to happen. But in this case, like I said, we are just going to add the contacts manually. And you could do the same thing too if you already know kind of like what you're testing for and what you need this for. You can go ahead and add everybody manually as well. So after we add the contacts manually, the next box here says what happens next. So we're going to click on that, and these are all of our elements that we have to choose from. So let me scroll down. All right, so the option that we're looking for is not here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the search bar, and here goes our splits. All right. So notice that the split test element automatically does a 50-50 split, okay? We can click in here and adjust that. So if you don't want it to be 50-50, you can do 65-35, you can do however you want to do it. Some people don't necessarily want a 50-50 split. They just want to test a smaller section of their audience with certain things. So it honestly just depends on what you're trying to do. I'm just going to move my window so I can see here. Okay, and then if you want to give this split test a description or maybe just a note to yourself, I know there's a note section, but the description is what shows here. So I'll show you. So I'm just going to do subject line split test. Test. All right, you see what I mean? So that description is what shows. So when you come in the map just to see what's going on or what's happening, whatever's in the description will show. If you need, to leave lengthier notes, of course, you would use the note section for that. But anyway, all right, so we're going to leave it as a 50-50 split. And as you can see, it automatically adds the two sections for each version. So let's go ahead and click on the first one, version A, and we are going to do an email. Okay, so of course they're both emails, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add this I'm gonna click on the cross that's in the top left corner of the element, and I'm just gonna drag it here, and I'm gonna click on copy only this item. So now we're all set. So I am going to click on version A, and I'm gonna find our email message for that. So right here, it shows email A. I'm gonna click that, scroll down and hit done. And then I'm gonna click on this other email for version B. And I'm going to click version B there. Again, you can change the description, you can add notes if you need to, and then I'm gonna click done, okay? All right, so now we have both of our emails already loaded and set to go. I'm just gonna click on this again, okay. All right, so another thing that we didn't do when we first started this map, in the trigger, I didn't look at the settings. So the settings say here, if the trigger is activated and the contact is already on the map, then what should we do? Should they ignore the trigger, or should, you know, this person get this message again? In this case, I think ignore the trigger makes the most sense. We don't want to send people the same message, right? Even if we accidentally add them to the map again, we don't want them to get the same information. So I'm going to leave that there. Okay, and again, you can add a description if you need to, or add notes. So I'm going to click done. Settings, you know, Ontraport was pretty intuitive when they were building out their default settings, but you always still want to check and make sure, you know, it's in alignment with your goals and what you need from this map. All right, so after these emails go out, what happens next? So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up goals. Now, a lot of times we do separate our goals, especially when we have a huge map, like let's say we're sending out multiple emails within a campaign. Sometimes the goals can get a little tricky. So it can be easier if you want to separate those, but in this case it's just 2 emails, and I think it'll be perfectly fine. So I'm going to click on this gray what happens next box, and then I'm going to click goal right here. So notice that the goal automatically comes with a wait, because they're asking you how long do you want to give these people you know, to finish this goal. So in this case, you know, let's just say some time passes and we'll give them 3 days. Some people read their emails late, you never know, right? So if they don't reach the goal in 3 days, then what do you want to happen? Now, this could go several different ways. We can send them a reminder email. I mean, it just depends on what it is that you're doing. But in this case, I'm going to just click the end element, and then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to remove the contacts from the map. Okay, and then I'm going to move my window again so I can see. All right, now what is the goal? Okay, so we'll click inside the goal, and over to the left, the first thing that they ask is who can achieve this goal. So we're going to say any contact on the map. The other option would be contacts only on the previous wait, contacts on any upstream element, any contact in the account. So as your maps get more complex, you will use, oh, there's an error, that's okay. All right, as your maps get more complex, you would use these different settings, especially the ones in the middle, only contacts on the previous wait, or contacts on any upstream element. But this is a very simple automation map. We're going to use the default setting, which is any contact on this map. And then they're asking if the contact is already on the map, then what? So if they're already on the map, then we'll move them here to this goal when they achieve it. All right, so none of these other settings really make sense for what we're doing. So I'm just going to leave it here move here when we get it, when it's achieved. So let me click done, and that's all set to go. But what is the goal? So the goal is, let's say they click on an email link. Okay. You could do other goals, like they visit a landing page. So let's just say that your email has, you know, a link to a registration page or something like that, or a video, right? So you could do a goal for they click the link. You could do a goal for they visit a landing page, or they, you know, the goal can be they purchase the product. So it just depends on what's actually in the email and what goals you're trying to achieve. Okay, so I didn't get into, you know, depth with the email itself. Of course, you know, we are promoting a masterclass. So, you know, if we were writing that at Opens Clicks Cash, more than likely it would just be a link to the landing page with all the information about the class, as well as the order form, so that they can make their payment. So I'm going to do a goal for Clicks Link. So I didn't even choose the email yet. Hold on, ONTRAPORT. All right, so it's just thinking for a second. First, they're going to ask which email do you want to track. So of course, I'm going to put email A here, and then I'm going to do another goal for email B. All right, here is email A, and I always do link 0. Link 0 is, it just means any link inside the email. Usually we only have one call to action. Sometimes we might have another link to, say, a YouTube video if we just dropped it or something like that. But for the most part, there's one call to action. So it doesn't matter which link they click. We know what they're clicking on and what they're trying to get to. So we just do link 0. You can also do track links, like, you know, if you want to promote this ads masterclass via email, and you also want to, you know, promote it via social media, right? You might have a track link for email and a track link for social media, so that you will see where most of your clicks came from. So just a little bit of backstory. Okay, so I'm going to click done, and then what happens next? So what happens next would be they would just leave the map. So I'm going to put I'm going to select an end element, and then I'm going to click into it and check this box to the left that says remove from the map once they achieve this goal. And then in order to copy this goal, I'm going to click on this cross in the left, on the left corner, and then I'm going to hover it over this arrow, and I'm going to copy this item and all following items. All right, so instead of us having 2 goals for email A, of course, I'm going to click the second one and then add email B. So click the arrow here and add email B. All right, so they're both there. Okay, so now the next thing we have to do is we just add our contacts to the automation map, and we can make it live. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to publish it, because you cannot add contacts to a map if it's not published. All right, so there we go. All right, the next thing we're going to do, the last step, is we're going to add our contacts to this map, and then we're going to come in and see how they were split. Okay. All right, so we're done with our automation map, and we are going to go to our contacts. So up in the top menu, we're going to click on contacts, and we have 4 people here. I just created these really quick. So we're going to click on this square over here in the left corner, and we're going to click on all in group. And then we're going to click automations at the top where the menu pops up. And then they're going to ask which automation. So we're going to click on the sales masterclass automation, and then we're going to hit submit. All right, so everyone that we have in our system was added to that automation, and now we can go back and check on it. So if we hover over contacts again, scroll down to automations and click there, we'll see the number on the automation is 4. So I'm just going to click here. All right, so now you can see that when we added everybody manually, they hit the first trigger and our split test worked. So 2 people got email A and 2 people got email B. All right. And then of course right here, they're on the wait because why? I didn't add any links to the email, number one, and these are fake contacts. But you get the gist. So once you send out those test emails, the split tests, they would sit on the wait until they achieve their goal or until time runs out. So like I said, depending on what the goal is and what you're trying to achieve, you may give them 30 days. You may give them, longer. So it just depends, right? But in this case, I just wanted to show you how everything works and then show you, how the automation splits everybody up. All right. So hopefully you found this to be helpful. And again, I just want to stress that you do not have to just test subject lines, okay? You can test topics, maybe you want to know if your audience is more interested in learning about, current trends, or if they just want to see like case studies, right? Maybe you want to test out your email design, right? So maybe in one email you have a banner and more images, and maybe in another email you kind of get straight to the point. So there are so many things that you can go ahead and test with split testing. I just wanted to show you how to get in ChatGPT, use it for subject lines, and then go ahead and test out your subject lines. Okay, so make sure you meet me back here next week. Let me know if you have any questions about split test and ONTRAPORT, or if you want to see, maybe I can go ahead and do a split test in real time and then report my results back to you guys. That would be kind of fun. So just give me comments in the section below. Let me know what you think and how it goes. Okay, have a good one.